Alrighty guys, welcome back to Fog Wrestling for your ECW 13th of February, almost Valentine's Day
Not quite.
review. And
Not a good show.
no, it wasn't. I mean, I just want to straight out say that off the bat. I think I covered it in the last video, but I think over the past couple of months the show has declined a bit ever since Heyman left. Since ECW December to December, the shows haven't been that good. I mean, who would have thought it? Once Big Show left, the shows have declined. It's a bit fucking weird.
Who'd have thunk it?
But yeah, it kind of has happened, guys. The decline has been there. It's so we kick off with a promo package showing Hardcore Holly versus Bobby Lashley last week, with Snitsky debuting, taking out Bobby Lashley. And I guess the reason we're showing that is because tonight it's been announced that Hardcore Holly is getting a rematch against Bobby Lashley, but it's not going to be any rematch. It's going to be an Extreme Rules match. Again, no title on the line, but I guess Hardcore did lose last week, so he doesn't really deserve a title match.
Guys. Hardcore.
Aye, well.
Awful.
Crap match. I mean, I said last week that there's no difference between a Hardcore Holly normal match and a Extreme Rules match, and he proved my point tonight because Bobby Lashley at one time brings out the table from underneath the ring, then Hardcore Holly clotheslines Bobby Lashley, then takes about 40 fucking seconds to actually fold up the table and put it back underneath the ring.
Awful.
Like, what the hell? Extreme Rules match
should be a 0 out of 10.
We want to see hardcore spots, like Extreme Rules moment spots, and instead, Hardcore Holly's putting the fucking weapons away. I mean, this isn't a right to censor gimmick or even a match striker rules. Hardcore Holly rules? Fuck Hardcore Holly rules. I'd rather die than live under Hardcore Holly rules. And the match was crap. Hardcore Holly did land on his head on the outside, so that was good on that surgically repaired neck. That's what he gets for putting away the fucking table. I think D-Bon and Bubba should have just came back from TNA just for that moment alone and just put him through that table for the total disrespect that Hardcore had on them. Anyway, Bobby Lashley in the end wins with the running power slam through the table.
Hardcore Holly also landed on his dome, which was a brutal spot.
You just weren't paying attention 30 seconds when I covered that, were you?
No.
Arsehole. What's the point of you being here? Piss off. Anyway, this match lasted far too long. I mean, literally about another 12 to 13 minute bloody match featuring Hardcore Holly and Bobby Lashley.
There's no title on the line.
I already covered that as well. I've covered the fact there was no title on the line. I covered the fact Hardcore Holly landed on his head, and I pointed out that it was on his surgically repaired neck, and that he deserved it for putting away the table.
Did you point out the fact that Hardcore Holly's big?
I'm pretty sure I've already mentioned
We've covered that. All right.
Just
for all the people in the back that ain't listening like me.
Basically,
he's fucking garbage.
16 minutes into the show,
and I've wanted to kill myself twice.
Yeah, I mean, 16 minutes into the show. I mean, the good news is we've got rid of Hardcore Holly. So you've got to assume he won't be back on the show.
But he will be back next week.
Then we get announced that there's 2 tag team matches tonight featuring Hardcore the originals. Fuck off. Featuring the originals and the new breed. Then we get another Snitsky promo backstage where it shows you his ugly mug and a couple of shots of him attacking Bobby Lashley backstage. Snitsky his debut is imminent. Then we have Extreme Expose dancing again. Was it dubbed music? I don't really know. Interrupted again, this time by Kevin Thorne. And then, is there are they trying to lead to something here? Like, why do they keep getting interrupted? Maybe they don't have a finish, they don't know. We just keep dancing until we get interrupted. I mean, maybe they don't have...
It's kind of like, there's no reason to do this every week, but the reason is we keep on getting interrupted, so we'll just keep on doing it till we don't get interrupted.
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, Taz wasn't really marking out on commentary, so I'm going to assume it was dubbed over.
Yeah. And you can tell by the crowd.
I can't imagine these 3 would be stripping and Taz would be there sitting in silence like that. Just doesn't really...
He was at a morgue.
You know what I mean? It's if he had to... He did just what, Hardcore Holly. I mean, Taz was probably asleep during this. He fucking missed it, unfortunately for him. But anyway, Kevin Thorne comes out with Ariel, interrupts them. They flee the ring for some reason. Well, for some reason, because fucking Kevin Thorne, vampire guy's coming to the ring. Anyway, Kevin Thorne is teaming up with Marcus Corfone. I've got the moves. Nice wee catchy theme song. I mean, he's only been here a couple of weeks, and we've not really seen much of him.
Monty Brown,
the Pouncer, Let's see if
I
he
like
can.
his finisher.
Let's see if he can pounce tonight because he's taking on Tommy Dreamer on the Sandman. Tommy Dreamer, Tommy Dreamer does the Sandman fucking can to the forehead, and it was like the most PG can to the forehead thing either. This guy didn't see it because he was too busy playing slots. He wasn't paying attention, but I was paying attention.
So why didn't you mention it?
Well, I'm mentioning it now, aren't I? So,
Oh, you'll rewind all the hardcore Holly stuff, but no Tommy Dreamer bashing a can against his dome.
it's fucking awful. Like, so yeah, I mean, it'd have been better off just not doing it because it looked really, really bad. You've got the Sandman who just fucking wallops his forehead with a can. I'm pretty sure Ric Flair would do what the Sandman does, but Tommy Dreamer does it as if he's never been in a fight in his life. You know,
I
he's
know, but this is the
afraid
guy
to.
who got beat by a schoolboy trip up.
True. I mean, if he hits himself with a can, he'll knock himself out for 2 weeks straight, concussion after the show. So I guess he has to take it pretty lightly on himself. Tommy Dreamer works the majority of the match because Sandman can't.
That's pretty much it.
Sandman gets in at the end, gets a bit of momentum. Corvon tries to use the cane. I mean, Tommy Dreamer gets pounced early on. I'm surprised that didn't end it.
The Heineken Rana.
But yeah, the Heineken Rana, then the vodka fucking leg sweep. Sandman, avoids getting hit by the cane for Corvon, but Ariel slides in the walking stick or whatever it is, the clutch thingy.
Sandman will be needing soon.
And yeah, and then Kevin Thorne hits the Sandman weight and they pick up the win. So the new breed cheat to beat the originals, but hey, a win's a win. No one's
can't complain with.
Yep. Anyway, up next with CM Punk in action. Who's his opponent going to be?
Mike Knox.
It's Mike Knox, but before then, was it before that? It was either before that or after that. Bobby Lashley and Teddy Long shaked hands. Apparently, Teddy Long was Bobby Lashley's guest tonight here on ECW. So what is a special guest just to appear backstage with Bobby Lashley?
What you a guest like?
And then Teddy Long asked Bobby Lashley, will he be his special guest this week on SmackDown? And Bobby Lashley accepts.
I'll kiss your ass too, buddy.
So yeah, then we get a CM Punk, highlights package, hyping him up, I guess. I mean, you lose to Hardcore Holly, you need something to hype you up, so they're trying to get him back on track here.
There will be no stop.
The guy loves competition. He's taking on Mike Knox, who we haven't seen in about 2 months.
Yeah, where's he been?
It just doesn't make much sense to me. Mike Knox, turns on Kelly. Well, I wouldn't say he turned on her, but he fucking lays her out with his finisher and throws the flowers in her face. Then he cuts a promo the week after saying she deserves it, and then he's not there for 2 months.
Why not push Mike Knox instead of Snitsky?
Yeah.
No, but let's push big Nancy looking Snitsky.
No, but why have Mike Knox do what he did on Kelly and take him off fucking TV for 2 months?
No.
He just got fucking heat. And then they're like, oh, you know what? We're going to take you off TV, son.
We're going to extinguish that heat.
Like, imagine that. That's like, name me a show someone turns heel. It's like Clay fucking shooting Piney in Sons of Anarchy, then you don't see him for half the rest of the season. I mean, like, what?
Just smoking a cigar.
Off screen. You don't get to see it.
In his Biden helicopter.
Anyway, CM Punk versus Mike Knox. It was a decent match, but we've seen it about 4 times already since ECW started. CM Punk won. Was there any doubt who was going to win?
Oh, no.
I mean, a guy that they want to obviously do things with versus a guy that they obviously don't want to do things with because he hasn't been on TV in 2 months. And CM Punk picks up the win. And then he gets attacked by Snitsky. Snitsky comes in, does like he picks him up and like charges him into the corner. Nothing overly impressive, but the commentary team, I guess, had to try and sell it. So I mean,
it's better than Hardcore Holly, so they got excited.
Yeah,
that's pretty much it.
I know. Well, yeah. So that's it. I mean, Mike Knox. I mean, that's what it is. Punk wins. Mike Knox loses. I mean, I could have predicted that a mile away. Is there anything going to happen with Snitsky? Why is Bobby Lashley not wanting a piece of Snitsky? See, next week, is CM Punk going to want a piece of Snitsky, or Snitsky just going to attack someone else?
And why is Snitsky going down the ladder?
Yeah, no, he attacks the champ, and then he's going down to, Punk. I mean, what's he going to do next week? Attack fucking Tommy Dreamer? I mean, after that, who are you going to attack? The fucking referee? The guy that sets up the ring? I mean, come on. Anyway, Punk won. Then we moved on to Bobby Lashley showing us training or whatever at school. It showed you him climbing mountains, and I had a few words
for
you.
He used to fight all the time.
Yeah,
after school, cauliflower ear, Bobby.
Yeah. Earlier, Peter Long pointed out he'd got cauliflower ears, but I never noticed that. I think they were fake ears. There was someone in the crowd for Seattle Sonics dancing about.
Drugged off his head.
Probably get shot. in the next couple of years. Who knows?
Being a muppet.
Aye, there you go. And then after that, it was RVD and Sabu taking on Elijah Burke and Matt Striker, who got no entrance, which I thought was a bit weird.
Jobber.
I mean, normally it's the no entrances are reserved for guys that are going to lose in 2 seconds, but for some reason they got that, and then they ended up winning. Elijah Burke beating Sabu. Sabu going for the triple jump moonsault, fucking botched it as usual. It wouldn't be a Sabu match without a botch, though, to be fair.
You say botched it though, but Burke kind of kicked him. I don't know what they were going
for.
But
yeah, he kind of kicked him, but it didn't look good enough to fucking win him the match.
Like, it was better than the Hang Dreamer got beat by last week.
that was bad. And then they win. They go to the go up the ramp, and then Corvon and Kevin Thorne come down, and the four of them with Ariel are just like standing there, kind of half celebrating. And I mean, I guess we've got,
as the commentators talk about Thursday Raw.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more interested in seeing what happens on Thursday Raw. Battle of the Billionaires, rather than Battle of the New Breed versus the Originals. I mean, it is what it is. No wonder.
I get it, Punk's a face, but I feel like Punk should be in there instead of Kevin Thorne.
Yeah.
Turn him heel if you want.
Or you could put Mike Knox in there.
Yeah, I know. What's fucking Kevin Thorne?
It just doesn't make any. It doesn't make fucking any sense. Like, it doesn't. It just doesn't, man. You've got fucking 3 guys that are
normal,
and then a vampire. I mean, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, it really doesn't. It'd be like putting fucking Gangrel in Evolution, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Evolution is a mystery.
Like, would that make any sense?
And we've got a
Triple H, Flair, fucking Randy Orton, and Gangrel. I mean, come on. What?
I know.
Like, I mean, come on. Just doesn't make any sense. This show didn't make a lot of sense. I never want to see an Extreme Rules match with Hardcore Holly again, because the ECW are limiting the Extreme Rules matches, so you rarely get them now. And when you get one with Hardcore Holly, it may as well just be a single match. It fucking is. I'm not even joking. This was proof that I'm not joking. It was pish. And overall, I mean, the show wasn't great.
I'm giving it a 2.
I'm giving it a 2 as well, for
purposes, reasons, because last week's was a 3 and we can't give it higher than that.
I mean, it wasn't unwatchable, like, but I mean, you wouldn't recommend this to anybody.
There's no McMahon.
Let's put it this way. I wouldn't be like, oh, do you want to rewatch that ECW?
No.
Whereas I would happily say, here, do you want to rewatch that Raw? There were so many fucking good moments. Do you know what I mean?
I know.
But yeah, this wasn't watchable. But don't worry, you don't need to rewatch it, because next week we'll probably have a rematch between Hardcore Holly and Bobby Lashley, because that seems to be the ECW. That seems to be the ECW way. But anyway, guys, that's it. We're giving it a 2 out of 10. Might seem harsh, but you know, that's what it is. Till next time, though. Peace.